I bet you're probably wondering, why is she up close like that on the camera? I'm actually in my dark room. I was going to show you guys how to work in the dark room pretty much. I'm actually doing some shirts for Walmart, and you know, the safety shirts or whatever. And I was going to show you how to line the stuff up. I use a U-Do as an exposure unit, so you know, I'm just going to show you how to line everything up. Okay, I have my my transparency right here, and the way that I line it up is I use the glass on the U-Do, and depending on what I'm printing, sometimes I may use this little line or the base line, but right now I'm going to use the glass for what I'm printing, because you know the glass is going to be straight across, so I just make sure it's on the edge of the glass and I tape it down. And now I'm going to take a screen, and I'm going to show you guys where it will be. Okay, I don't like, because I'm doing the little pocket logo and I don't like where it's lining up at, I'm going to bring it down some. Okay, all right, the way that I line it up, you know, on the glass or whatever, I'm going to use my logo to line it up. What you're going to see me do is I'm making sure I follow a line all the way across and make sure that the letters line up on it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm putting the yellow line on the edge of the glass. Okay, and it's on the edge of the glass, and now I'm checking, and it's a little bit off. Okay, now that right here, that's perfect right there. So I'm just going to tape it down. All right, got it right there. Now I'm going to get my screen and see exactly where it's going to line up in. Okay, that's a pretty good spot right there. All right, now this is how I coat my screens. I use this U-Do. I put this cover on there, and it's kind of stained up a little where, you know, before I was actually trying to protect it. So I just take these 11 by 17 sheets of paper, and I have my emulsion coater right here. And I actually have a couple of shirts that I'm going to do today, that I'm going to make screens for today. So I'm going to make two screens instead of one. Okay, I'm setting all my supplies up, and I'm sorry it's such a tight space, but my dark room is very, very small. I like to use this WBP emulsion from RoundNet because I use both water-based and plastisol, so you know you can use it with both of these, and you don't have to worry about switching. I like to stir my emulsion up before I actually start to use it. I actually pre-mixed it already, but I'm just going to take my stirring stick and mix it up a little bit. And that's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to pour some emulsion. Don't know if I was in the way of the camera right then. But, you know, you could be generous. Be generous with the emulsion, because you can always put it back in there. And I like to place my emulsion out of the way so that I won't spill it. So I'm just going to sit it on the floor down here. Alright, I'm going to take the first screen. And look, you see all this ink and stuff in my screen. I need to get a pressure washer. But I've been scrubbing it with the hose, okay? Let me make sure that y'all can see the whole process of me coating the screen. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so you just take it and you lean it to the side until it's beaded up, and then you bring it up and coat the inside. Alright, I accidentally got my finger on it. Okay. Alright, and there's the first screen coated. And I want y'all to check out my screen rack right here. I mean, my screen drying rack. It's actually just two shelf brackets, if you can see it. Very small up in here, and I'm just gonna lay it up there. You can do a lot. You can do a lot with a little just by being creative when you're screen printing. I've dried many screens on that drying rack right there. Okay. Okay. Screen number 2. Let it bead up. All right. And there's screen number 2 ready. I'm just going to stack it right on top of the other screen. Okay, now I'm going to put my unused emulsion back. And on this scoop coater, the ends are removable. Let's see. So I'll remove one end and just pour it back in the container. Roundnet actually makes some little cards you can use to do this. I actually have a few of them, but you know, I'll just use these since I have them already in here. These are actually little price tags. What you would stick if you had a tagging gun, you would stick your price on this before you put it on your product. That's pretty good right there. I made a pretty good mess this time. And seal it back up. You know, when you use this paper, you can just gather all of this up. I'm going to go to the sink and wash all of this out, and then I'm going to show you how I set up my fan and everything.